Like from right here over, it's like, oh wow, that's a pretty clean job site.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like, whoa. This thing is an absolute nightmare right now. Hands down the messiest it's been since I bought it. It is just starting to rain. The weatherman actually predicted it correctly. We got a big fire pit area into a patio. Gotta work, man. You'll be sitting at home laying on your couch. That's a mukbang bucket, dude. We got some sand. Gonna be laying our pavers on it. Holy crap, dude. That is way more than I expected.
Actually a lot more than I thought too.
Dude, you made an absolute mess, dude. Not me, really. You did. So what we're in the middle of now is backfilling all these conduits and the gas pipe with sand. You can just toss it around like that, huh?
Handle.
Of course you can. Good morning, everyone. Another day, another job. Today is Friday, October 6th, 2023. We got some stuff here. Got a mini excavator rental. Got my skid, truck, trailer. Beautiful property. It is just starting to rain. The weatherman actually predicted it correctly. And it looks like it's going to be raining for the next few hours. But Ben and I are both going to be in a machine digging out for a new patio, walkway, fire pit area. Spent a bunch of time painting it out. Sorry for the massive amounts of lines. And it still may change a little bit. But we got a big boulder slash probably ledge to deal with. We got a big fire pit area into a patio. All these lines here are 8 inches further than where our patio is going to be for excavation. We figured out all these lines by setting up a couple squared off string lines, and they're square with this house over here, because we're going to be doing a walkway that goes all the way down over there, and it connects into this patio. There's going to be a bed in between the walkway and the house, and connect into that door. Let me go down here and show you actually. So we're gonna have to figure out something, or he's gonna figure something out after we do the walkway. But it's gonna go all the way down here, so when they have guests come over, they can come up these steps, up onto the walkway, and then walk straight on down. Go left inside the house, but then it just opens up into a nice big patio. This is what we're still going to figure out, the outer edge here. But it's going to be pretty cool. Big area. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. To all you return viewers that watch all my uploads, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys. Let's get into the day. It's wet. Run your toe over. Alright, let's lay out this plywood so we can both bring the machines back there. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey.
Hey. Nice and tight. Try to save this section of grass here. Yeah. It is raining. It is raining, raining, raining. Where is the windshield wiper? That does nothing to help me. Take these strings down. Man, it's pouring. Gotta work, man. You'll be sitting at home laying on your couch. There's a couple things buried here. He's got his well that goes into his house. That's 4 feet deep. Not gonna have to worry about that. He does have a wire or a conduit buried 18 inches deep going to electrical up in the woods. So we may run into some things, but none of them are a big deal. Customer's actually an electrician, which is very cool. We'll see what we can do. This rain's supposed to not stop for a few hours. I don't know how much of a mud fest it's gonna turn into, but we'll see. Got some overhead wires we gotta watch out for. Here we go. Yep, just curl it. Trip in between buckets with the skid steer, unfortunately, right now, but he does want a few spots filled in around here with some decent soil. So some of these ones that are good soil, I'm gonna have him kind of just dump close to the edge over there as a stockpile for now. But all this grass and turf needs to go out back into like his woods and stuff. Once we get into the bigger areas, I'll be able to just have him scoop it up. Won't have to load his bucket for him, but this walkway is tight. I don't want to over excavate too much. slow and steady wins the race. Every little part of the process, do it properly. You know, when you start rushing through things or thinking that, you know, a plan in your head, you can maybe figure out a way to make this happen faster. No, each part of the process takes time, and the more you try to rush through it, the more mistakes you make, the more things you end up having to repair or fix later. The way I'm excavating right now, I'm trying to make it so we really only have to do a little bit of turf repair just on the edge of our walkway. You don't want to be coming in here from all different angles, coming with this skid on the side and digging it up and then having a bunch of turf repair to do over there. That's why the process we're doing right now, me just digging, giving it to him, that's the most efficient way right now. That's a mukbang bucket, dude.
Yeah, it's a mukbang.
How you living in there, dude? Comfortable machine, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Makes you want to fall asleep sometimes.
Nah,
Just want to play golf.
just want to play golf.
What's up, dude? We got some sand. Gonna be laying our pavers on it. Holy crap, dude! That is way more than I expected.
It's actually a lot more than I thought too.
Hey, do me a favor, right? Don't push that onto the driveway right there. You want me to back you up?
If you want.
All right. Yeah. Do some slow-mos. So that sand is for some trenches, for electrical and for gas. So we brought some back with us. We went out to grab something to eat, take a lunch break. We're back. It stopped raining, which is an awesome thing. What's not so awesome is the mess we made. When I say we, I mean Ben. Just playing. There's nothing you can do about it. But look at this mess. He made a skid steer railway. This thing is an absolute nightmare right now. Hands down the messiest it's been since I bought it. Whew, that don't look good. There's that out there. Stockpiling it. We made one pile. There was some low spots. I'm gonna spread it out, make it even for him, and then Ben's gonna be stockpiling the rest on the back woods line over there. This is really, really bad. Gotta clean up all these edges and rake through it. But we did not want to do that while it was raining earlier. A lot of people tell me that, you know, water just doesn't really get through the subsoil like I say it does, but this whole trench was just a puddle earlier. And you just got a little bit left now. It's all just slowly permeating into the ground like it naturally does. It's just the way it goes unless you have a very, very heavy clay subsoil. Even then it goes into it, but super, super slow. But we gotta rake all those edges off, clean it all up. It's not really what we're doing right now because it's all muddy. Just kind of letting it be. We'll have to grub the grass along that foundation, but again, we're just leaving it because there's still more rain coming tomorrow, and that's gonna help the water shed away from the house a little bit. We're leaving all this dirt in here because those will be flower beds. And we're out into the patio section now. That's a pile of good fill. We'll probably be getting some more into that as well. Dude, you made an absolute mess, dude. Not me, really. You did. You know? What do you think about it?
It's freaking muddy, dude.
It's what?
Muddy.
Bro, that looks awful from here. And the closer you get to it, the worse it looks. It's like your kid's diapers, dude. You know what I mean?
Front to back.
Yeah, dude, like you don't even want to walk on it, man. Machines only right now. So this right here is actually one of the most underestimated ways to save money on any kind of hardscape project, and that is if you have a place in your property for the fill or the soil that's going to be removed, you can save yourself a lot of cost. Just in a big patio like this, excavating and removing the soil from the property can actually cost a lot of money when you start having multiple upon multiple truckloads of dirt getting hauled away from your place. It costs a lot of money and time and the materials to dump it. You don't always have a place to dump it for free, so you have to pay per yard for the soil to dump. And depending where you are, it could be an hour ride, could be 30 minutes, could be 5 minutes. It varies a lot. So if you have the ability to move the dirt from where it is to somewhere else on your yard, if you want to grade another part of your property and flatten a spot out or something, finding a way to reuse that soil will definitely, as a consumer, help you save some money in a patio process like this. So once the walkway and the big area in front of the door was excavated and graded properly, then I was able to back my skid steer in onto the graded area where I knew our subsoil was going to be, and you can basically drop your bucket flat and push your way out with the skid steer, and having that graded area is what allows those tracks to stay on the same slope, which will allow you to dig out a big area like this much quicker than with an excavator. But that walkway and the area near the house, it was a little bit more important to get in there with the excavator and dig a little bit more within the lines so we didn't have an abundance of soil dug out. Like I mentioned earlier, if I would have dug that walkway with the skid steer, we would have had about 1.5 to 2 feet extra of excavation on one side of the walkway, which would just be a little bit too much in my opinion. It's worth taking the time and just using the excavator. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, October 10th. That's nuts, isn't it, dude?
It is. Years flying.
You know what else is nuts?
What?
It looks like you're in the middle of a crater site, dude.
Yeah, it does.
We blew this backyard up, dude. This place looks like a bomb hit it. It has been wet. All the excavation we did was in the rain. All the soil's wet. There was a lot of soil because of how deep we had to dig. And I'll tell you what, Benny, there's a lot of things in the ground right now.
A lot of things.
Did a lot of stuff off camera, obviously, but we were working to get these trenches done and work with the plumbers and electrician, which is the homeowner, and we're good now. Customer plans on putting a good sized propane tank up there for additional heat source and cooking and stuff for the house, but it's also for the gas fire pit we're going to be installing, and he had it branch off to the side of the patio on each side, and he's going to be able to hook up like a propane heater and a grill on the edge of the patio. So it's looking good, set up nice. That's a really good thing, dude, to have propane and electrical on the side of your patio.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You have some lighting on it, especially with a big patio. You're gonna want some lighting somewhere.
Yep.
Anywhere.
So what we're in the middle of now is backfilling all these conduits and the gas pipe with sand. Here in Massachusetts, the code for gas is you have to dig a 24-inch trench, 6 inches of sand underneath where the pipe's going to be going for cushion, and then once the pipe goes in there, 6 inches on top of the pipe, and then that's where you put your caution tape. So if someone's excavating and they hit that top 6 inches of sand, they'll find that tape and you'll be good. So this was inspected yesterday, and this is all we got to do, just cover it with sand, compact it down, put our caution tapes up, and then we can backfill with probably 4 to 6 inches of soil is what it's going to be, and then we're going to backfill with our 3/4 inch clean stone on top of that. This walkway area is the only one that still looks somewhat okay, Benny. Like from right here over, it's like, oh wow, that's a pretty clean job site.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like, whoa. A lot going on here, but we're gonna get into the day. We're not gonna have enough sand to backfill this whole thing, I don't think. Should have had you grab 4 yesterday, we would have had enough. But anyway, nice to see you, man.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
We are looking good. Ben's digging out in front of the door. We didn't want to do that while it was raining for a while. He's gonna dig that out and then rake this out. And once we get to about like right there, we're gonna start backfilling this area and over there, because nothing else needs to happen right here. But on this side, we need to put a new ground wire for the customer in his well. So the ground wire is gonna go from here over there to his well next to my wheelbarrow. So that's just gonna lay on top of the soil when we go to backfill. So we're gonna wait till we can backfill this area, put it on the subsoil, cover it in the first layer of stone and compact it, and it'll be buried. And then when we're done and we're really close to the edge, this is just a little water line that he's gonna run up to his garden so he can have some water. So we're gonna end up putting that on our subgrade and then running it up there in a trench next to that stone wall. But that will be the last thing we do. At least we're gonna be able to get in and out of here with stone. I'm gonna put a little bit more fill on that ramp so we can come in and out, no problem, and backfill. I go through this whole area. The lines above me are really close, so I've been having to be pretty careful. The Jackson wheelbarrow photo shoot by. You can just toss it around like that, huh?
Handle.
Of course it can. So if you're a viewer of my channel, you know how I do my backfill. But if you're just kind of coming across my channel now and you haven't seen pavers get backfilled or prepared like this, it's called open grade base, and we use nothing but clean 3/4 inch crushed aggregate, and we use a thin layer of it over our subsoil like you've seen before, and we compact that into the subsoil. That helps fill soft voids or empty holes left in the subsoil when you're done excavating, and it ends up causing like a nice really strong base for your fabric, this geotextile fabric we're using, to go over that stone. And then we backfill with more 3/4 inch stone on top of that, compacting in lifts of 5 to 6 inches. You don't have to go every 3 to 4 inches like a dense grade gravel. That's one of the big benefits of this system. But if you want to know more about it, I got a bunch of videos on my channel explaining the method in more depth. But I just want to give you a quick overview in case you were wondering how we backfilled. But we use that geotextile fabric to stabilize and separate the soil from the stone. Okay, we are ready to start backfilling for the main patio area. We got this little water line laid on about 1 inch, 2 inches of sand, and then we're just kind of fading the sand and gonna tamp it in. See Benny over there. That way when we do our 3/4, we'll be able to compact it and then lay fabric along the sand, and it'll keep this line protected. Don't be scared to hit that. I don't want the edges failing. So we're probably gonna go up to like right about there somewhere. Do like 2 or 3 sections of the fabric and get that to like the 4 to 5 inch height where we're gonna compact it and then put some geogrid in it. If you know the process, if you guys been watching the channel, you know what it is. It's just kind of wash, rinse, and repeat, or vice versa. Can you imagine, dude? Somebody told me once, they're like, I don't think it's wash, rinse, repeat. I think it's rinse, wash, repeat. And I started thinking, I'm like, oh geez, that's like a big debate right there. You could debate that for a long time.
Really good.
What do you think it is?
Repeat, wash, rinse.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Repeat, wash, rinse. Ready? Come this way and swing. Actually, swing that way so it doesn't fall this way. My camera died there, guys. So removed all those stumps, got them out in the back. Now I'm going through this area to get a rough finish grade, so that I can excavate the patio. There's curved area for the fire pit. A lot of rocks here. Guys, look at this mess. We did a lot of work off camera, as you can tell. And I just want to give you an update real quick where we're at. So this is a really tough grade to meet here. This grade over here is very high. It slopes down and then kind of slopes this way. But with the grades we're trying to meet and still have slope away from the house, we're going to be below grade on this side and this side. So we're going to end up having a stone apron around all this area for any surface water to come catch the open stone and just go right into the base, and that will be that. We got our string line set up, marking quite a few different things here. I'm going to walk you through it. This is our gas coming up from the ground. That string represents top of paver, and it's slightly below the do not bury above this mark. That's going to be inside the fire pit on the edge of the block. So our main goal was to get this to slope this way and this way. In the middle going to this fire pit, it's the same thing. We want good slope. And we were able to get a nice solid 1/8. 1/8 of a slope means for every foot it slopes 1/8 of an inch, or 1 inch per 8 feet. We have close to 30 feet off the house to the furthest point, so that's quite a few inches of slope, and that's going to be more than safe. To be able to lift this side up enough for us to get that slope, we're going to be building about a 4-inch step up onto the patio, and we're going to be doing it out of concrete wall block and cap. So the top of the paver is going to be the top of that wall block slash step, and then there'll be a landing inside of here that goes from that concrete to the first step, or the one step. And going down here, we're square with the house. We set these stakes in the same measurement off the house and went all the way down. So everything inside of that is going to be a flower bed, and that's the edge of the paver. So that's our squared off guideline, and it's the height of our paver. We needed slightly less slope from here to the door than from right there to the end. So we put a stake in over here and adjusted our slope. So we got an 1/8 going to the left. And then when we get on this string here, we want to go to the center when we check this, but it's more than an 1/8 because the grade really starts sloping more the further you go. And this is going to go slope straight up to the bottom of that kick plate, so it's going to be no step into the door, and we're going to be doing about a 1/4 slope from the door to the grass, so no water will be built up or have a chance of going in the door. It's just going to slope away heavily. So off of that line we measured down 3.5 inches to account for 1 to 1.5 inches of chipstone. That's our bedding material that we lay our pavers on, and then 2 3/8 of an inch for the paver. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room. And once we found out it was that 3.5 mark on the right side, what we're trying to do is slope away towards the grass. So at that point you just kind of rake all the stone out and you check your level, and we know that we're 3.5 inches down over there and we're sloping. So this whole area is ready to be compacted. Benny!
Hey, hey.
That's good right there, bud, for now.
Yeah.
How you living, man?
Good.
Place is coming together, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot different than it was before.
Darn tootin'. We got a big roll of geogrid here. We got about 4 inches of stone down now. It's gonna be 3 to 4 more. So in between those layers, we're putting this geogrid. Customer requested it, and I said we absolutely can. That's gonna do nothing but help stabilize everything and make sure nothing moves in the future. So that's what we're doing. Every section we go, little by little, we're gonna put a strip of that geogrid in between. But so now that that's ready, I explained everything. I hope it all made sense. We're gonna try to screed and lay this walkway. We're gonna start screeding and laying from the far end and work our way back is the plan. I'm gonna take all these strings down. We have marks on them so we can put them back up where they go. That way we can get in and out of here and do our thing. Let's do it, Benny! Got some pallets staged up. The base stone is good up to right here and up to this string line. We still got to do a few things over here. Ben's killing it, screeding. All alone, there's no one there beside him.
No one but me.
So if you guys seen the last video series on my channel, that was the biggest patio I did last year until this one. This one came right behind that, and it's bigger and a lot more intricate, a lot of curves, and man, this was definitely my favorite project of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this first video of how we broke ground and excavated, backfilled, and the next few videos of how we built this are definitely going to be just as good, if not better. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see a lot more content like this. But as always, I appreciate you guys' support, and until the next one, God bless, peace.